Welcome. We are going to do a bit of tenting on the remote Western Isles off the west coast of mainland Scotland. The Outer Hebrides have a long and varied geological history. There are a considerable variety of rock type and structure. It's a good time to head out for a family holiday here on these islands and escape Lyme Regis and the fossils and have a good look at the geology of the area and walk truly among it. Look at that lovely rusty tractor there. The weather has finally cleared up and I'm heading along using my bicycle to see some of this beautiful coastline here, and I'll show you the wonderful sandy beaches with ground down rock and ground down shells that are forming those stretches. Lovely white sands there you can see in the distance, but the beaches are still subject all the way out here in this lovely remote part. They're subject to quite a lot of pollution, you can see there. I've seen a lot of beach cleans that people are doing in these parts, and that's getting the plastic junk off the stretches of coastline. And down south you see a lot more rubbish washing up, especially during the winter months from the polluted seas. Here's a lovely natural wonder, a red admiral there sitting on the cycle path that I use to get down to the beach. And look at those beautiful rock formations with those amazing strata. You can see the pressures that would have folded and moved those rocks, those metamorphic rocks, into such a state. And there again are some of the lovely sandy stretches made from ground down shells and ground down rock. I was born in Perth, Australia. My father was English and met my mother out there. She's Australian, and I'm used to these beaches like at Fremantle with those lovely sandy stretches, but these are just so pristine. It's lovely to be out here in Scotland and these Western Isles, and here the only shells I'm looking at are seashells washed up along the shoreline, and a cowrie shell was found. That's always fun to spot one of those on the beach. It's good fun just doing some shell spotting as I walk along. Follow me now along these wild and stormy stretches of the coast. I'm looking for Kettle's Cave down here in the distance. Along the rugged shoreline, I'm looking for this particular place that's known to a few people up here, and I want to see this geological feature along the coastline. I'll try and find that and show you, so bear with me as I walk along this windswept day. There's plenty of fantastic seabirds to be seen. Look at nature finding a way, and the really amazing plant life sticking to those cliffs. Here finally I've caught up with the cave, and it was there at the side of the cliffs, and you could hardly notice the hole as I walked along, and the weather is storming into that area. Quite a dangerous place really along this stretch of the coastline. Lovely to see on this stormy day, and there is all that amazing rock strata all eroding away with the sea's actions, the North Atlantic Sea crashing into this stretch of the coastline. It must be really stormy in the winter months, I reckon. Well, can you hear that? It's not been forecast as a bad weather day, but here on the Western Isles, the weather is in always a turbulent state. If you get a few good sunny days, that's a real bonus, I reckon. But it's just lovely being up here and wandering along this really rugged and wild coastline. I'm going to show you on the beach here some lovely metamorphic rocks. The predominant rock type here is metamorphic rock known as Louisian gneiss. And look on the beach just up ahead of me, the pebbles, and that one really big rock you can see there, the Louisian gneiss with feldspar and quartz. It's so nice to see all these different rocks on the beach. So many rocks all ground down by the attrition of the sand and sea. And look at the building stone there with those metamorphic rocks used to build that amazing old structure. And look at the caravan now being held down with those big rocks as I cycle by. I'm going to take you on a journey now to see a really amazing folly. I bet that's made of some of these metamorphic rocks. It's down there, an old folly, and it's a good little cycle ride through to these parts from the campsite. I'm going to dismount and walk down a bit further and have a look at that structure there on that little island in a lovely lake with lily pads. This is called Skulpeg Tower, a Georgian folly. It's now quite a good nesting place for birds, it is said. Well, the weather in North Uist for the end of August for our family holiday has been really quite appalling, but the campsite is fantastic and the facilities are really nice and clean. And I'm just cleaning down my bike now to get the sand off the wheels before putting it back on the roof rack. And I'm going to head up a bit further up the coast. I'll show you a bit of footage from that particular area soon. Here too are some gathering starlings that are setting up near the campsite, and they're going down and grabbing some breadcrumbs at times. They've got a nice little roost there, it seems, and on the house across the way, another lovely old building here on North Uist, made of metamorphic rocks, and such a lovely grand structure against the elements. It's really sad to see these old buildings in ruins, no one else using them anymore, and new structures being built, but look how well they've been built, that they stand the test of time. Well, I hope you enjoyed seeing these amazingly old rocks from deep time, the Louisian gneiss, and nice to see you nice too. Thanks for watching.